Hello and welcome everybody to a brand new tutorial on the Graphical Mob channel. Today what I'm going to be teaching you guys in graphic design is how to create a proper backing for your 2D background or your 2D YouTube layout, depending on what you want to do. You can definitely do it for Twitter headers, different kind of stuff. So just going to real quick grab my logo. My channel is also in the description, so if you guys would care to go and subscribe to that, that would definitely be appreciative. If not, that's alright. You do you and I'll do me. Just gonna go like this real quick. Just get my logo in here. That way, later on. Alright, so there we are. I'll just drag this below. We'll rename this logo. And I'll just hide it. Okay. So, first thing that you need to know. You always want to have your backing relatable. So let's say that my channel was about Destiny, which I do have a Destiny channel, so that would make sense for me. I actually did do this in my Destiny channel. So this is scenery from Destiny. This pack was also created by Will, or Zero, as many of you know him. He is another leader of Graphical Mob, so you guys should check him out. We both play this game quite a bit together. Okay, so, not that one. We'll just find a good image to use. That one looks nice. It's got good contrast. It's got some different coloring. We will grab that. And first I'm going to show you guys something that I did with background. Oh, sorry. This is something that I created, a desktop background for myself, my logo up there. You guys can also find a download link to this in the description below. So yeah, as you guys can see, I grabbed one image and then I sort of played around with coloring, different kind of stuff. I added my normal, as you guys can see right here. I'm going to show you guys sort of how to do, I guess, this little bit of a blending here. See how it sort of goes out. My mouse is following it. I don't even know if you guys can see my mouse. Hopefully you can. But in the top right, below my logo, you guys can sort of see some stripes there. Which have like a bit of a blur. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Of course, there are definitely a lot of different ways to do backing. This is just the way that I enjoy doing it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to actually go all the way down here to the bottom left. It is right here below the little zoom tool. We've got our two main colors, and we are just going to grab the white one. So it's going to be, you can press this little guy here. If you want it to be black and white, you might have, some different colors on here because you've been playing around with it before. Might have it like that. We're just going to grab the back one, but first I'm going to set this to black and white. So we're going to grab the back one, and we are going to go with something, let's just go with like a 0C, 0C, 0C. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hold Control, and we are going to hold Delete. That is going to fill our entire backing with that color. So that looks pretty good. We are going to grab this image here and we're just going to place it however we like. I personally like it like this because you can see that there's contrast here, but maybe I want the helmets in here, so we'll just go like so that we've still got a helmet. You can sort of see their chest, still got contrast there and there, and we're just going to duplicate it. We are going to sorry about that, I did that quite quick. Okay, we're going to press Ctrl J, we are going to go Ctrl T, and we are going to flip horizontal. I don't want this to take up your entire afternoon, so I'm going quite quick. I do apologize about that. This is going to be quite a quick tutorial from me. And yeah, so we're just going to quickly click our eraser tool all the way to the top. I just have the defaults up here right now. Just so that, just in case you guys don't have something, and then we're just gonna slowly erase into one another. Okay, that works. Nice. There we go. There. And the nice thing is, they're not even gonna know what they're looking at. It's not a big deal. If you do have some different edges like this, I don't even know what that is, kind of scary looking. If you were looking at that on Destiny, that would be pretty scary. But we're just going to go like this, Control T as well, and we're just going to place it in the middle here. And that will be our middle piece. Okay, so that is all like that. We're good that way. Of course, you guys can always go back in the video to do different stuff. What I like to do here now is we're just going to press Control A. Going to grab our rectangle. You might even have it as a circle, a single row, or a single row, or a single column, excuse me. And we're just going to quickly right click and find Layer via Cut. We're going to cut that. We're going to delete the layer below it because it got rid of the stuff on the outside. See? No pixels were selected. Before we had stuff out here, which wouldn't work well with a filter. And now we're just going to go right here to our layer styles. We're going to click luminosity, which is going to make it black and white. And it's going to also keep our luminosity. Sometimes black and white, the filter will, or if you go into here, adjustments black and white, it will get rid of some of your luminosity. It will get rid of some of your contrast. So we're just going to try and stay away from that. Good. Fresh cup of joe. Okay, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate our background here. We're going to click onto that, holding Control. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Hold Control now. We're going to click the other one, and that'll allow us to have both those layers. As well, you could also click and merge down, but I like to control both those layers and then merge layers. So now we've got that. That is our black and white image. You guys are thinking right now, well, wow, you know, that looks sort of crappy, blah, blah, blah. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, ugh, we're dealing with an amateur here. We can bring this down a little bit. No, because that's going to show the forearm. What about right there? That's a good difference. That looks good. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we are going to go up here to our filter, blur. Then we're going to go to radial blur. We're going to go to blur method, zoom. We're going to click quality, best, and your amount should be, we'll just set it to 0 for right now, or 1, sorry. Your amount, it will start at either like, it'll start at like 22 or something like that. You just want to type in 50 for it. So again, your amount is 50, your blur method is zoom, and your quality is best. We're just going to click OK. Should have a little bit of a loading thing going on. We'll just give it a second to quickly load in. There we are. So as you guys can see, sort of cool. Sort of a cool, different look that we have here. And all of a sudden, whoa, you know, what is that? I can't even tell anymore, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, essentially what we're trying to do when we're creating a backing is remain linear, or at least that's the way that I try to do it. I try to keep it so that it's linear, you know, have the linear looks in it. And now we're just going to select this. It is right, perfect. And because we kept our backing layer, what we can do now is we can either go to soft light or overlay. I like soft light a bit more because it keeps contrast in there. As you guys can see now we've got an actual backing that we can play around with. As well, we can also turn down the opacity a little bit. Turn mine down to about there. There we go. And now we've got a solid backing. You guys take a look at that. There we go. Alright, so that's a bit of a backing that we've got. Actually, I'm not even going to merge those. I'm just going to leave it like that for a quick second. I think that this is a little bit too bright, so I'm just going to grab this, and we will darken her up just a little bit. You can always see that. I'm going to show you guys how I did that, just briefly. I double-clicked my bottom layer. I'm going to move this down here so that I can actually see. I'm going to click Color Overlay. I'm going to click the actual thing, make it blue. Then I'm going to click this color here, which is by default red. And then we are going to go and play with the color until we find a good one. So I really want it to be a bit darker, like that. So I'm going to go with 060606, and now we can turn down the opacity. You know, and that just, there's going to be a lot of playing around with. Of course, I don't actually create backings this quickly. You know, I go through quite a bunch of different ones just to see what I can come out with. And I'll just go like this. turn that down. You know, I play around with a bunch of different colors, different stuff, just trying to see what looks nice. I'm just going to go like this as for right now. And that looks pretty nice. And we'll just leave it like that. No, we'll go like that. There we go. Okay. So, creating a backing is nothing more than... we'll just turn it up like that and keep the opacity like that. Keep the contrast. I like that. I like that. That's something that I can work with. So creating a backing is nothing more than really finding something that suits your channel and sort of manipulating it so that looks like an old Asian dude. Like there's his mustache and his nose, and I get distracted easily. But you know, creating a backing is nothing more than truly trying to figure out a good way to implement your theme into it. So for a designer, I will quickly open up Will's. Yeah, I think that I saved his as Will. Yeah, not test. Alright, so if we take a look at his backing, can't quite remember what I used for his backing, but you know, you can see that there are quite a few different effects going on here. We're just going to quickly go over this. What I did here was I added some different lighting, you know, that kind of stuff. Then as well, I also grabbed Starburst, and then I added a bit of a distortion to it to make it sort of go out like this, shoot out into the sides, and you know, just different stuff like that. Playing around with lighting, that kind of stuff. You know, it's all about playing around with it until you are 100% happy. Now this one here, what are you doing? This backing. This backing here is an alright backing. I don't think that I would ever use it, to be honest. It's just showing you guys, you know. Oh, there we go. There, now we're getting somewhere. There. What if we were to try this? Overlay. You know, you can play around with a bunch of different stuff. There, we will try it. Lighten gets rid of the darkness, so let's just turn that down there. Oh, that looks nice. I think that I'll just keep it on lighten. Turn it down just a tad. Do about 65. Sorry, I'm a bit of a perfectionist with that, and I can't stop seeing an Asian man. Oh my god, that's gonna bug the crap out of me. I see like an Asian dude with a bit of some stubble there, and then like a long straight mustache and like big goggles on. That's just stuck in my head now. I see like a futuristic cyborg samurai. It's terrible. It's terrible. Now I'm gonna have to create something different, but you know, it's just trial and error. That is all backing is. You always want to set up your backing before you do anything with your logo or, you know, with what you're trying to use. You can obviously, you know, add a bunch of different effects. Another thing that I'm going to show you guys is using distortions to help out your image. So I've got some displacements from Caesar, who is an awesome designer. You guys should definitely go and check him out. I've got it saved under digital packages, displacements. Displacements are essentially what you're doing to it. Oh, here we will quickly click this again, and we will try a different one. Number 3. Number 3 looks nice. See, now you guys can see that looks really, really nice. What a displacement is combined